down the center. She was running down the center. She let that boom. All that glass came out. I was in such joy. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to My Twisted Lyf of Poetry. I am Poetry. You are here for another recap and review of Handmaid's Tale Season 2, Episode 6, First Blood. If y'all have already watched this episode, you already know why I am smiling. You already know why I'm smiling. You already know it. Woo! Yes. This probably will be unedited because I need to get to dinner as well, and I'm gonna just upload this mug as soon as I get done. So last week we got June back, right? You know, she comes out, switches back and forth between OfFred and June. We got June back, and I was getting a little down at first because I thought she was going to be succumbing to the enslavement and that Stockholm syndrome, and I was losing all hope. But hope has been reborn. It's been reborn, yes. And I think it was Vivacious V that made a good point that June was planning all along to try to get herself back to the hospital so that she may have a better chance at a second escape. And that would make so much sense, but she proved to us in this episode that that wasn't her plan at all, unfortunately. I thought, you know, the wheels were turning already, too. So it turns out that she was hemorrhaging, like I said before, and like the baby doll seems to be fine at this point. The doc asked if she had any issues with her first pregnancy. She was like, "You mean with Hannah?" He said, "No, with your first pregnancy." But she said, "No, she ain't had no problems with that first baby." And Serena Joy, you know, he tells Serena Joy the same thing that Aunt Lydia said. You know, this baby need to come up with in a harmonious, safe environment. So communication is gonna be the key between the two of y'all. So as a sign of harmony, when the doc tell her that the baby is moving around, Serena Joy is like, "Do you want to see?" You know, she moves the screen and everything. The doc's face is like, "That's not what I meant, but okay, we're going to go with that." So they get to the house, and Rita's like, "Girl, I'm so glad you back. I'm glad you okay." But this joyous reunion is short-lived when she sees little mini Serena, little Eden's presence. Well, Serena Joy, she is being overly nice right now. She is putting on the front, putting on the Ritz is what they call it, faking the funk. Yes, Serena, girl, I ain't buying this act. I am not buying this act. But, you know, of Glenn, she waved her little smoothie like, "No, I don't need this, making my stomach sick." And Serena was like, "Okay, well, let's get you some soup then." She's so fake. Ooh. So, and then she allows her to sleep into the sitting room. You know, instead of make her climb the stairs. You can't do that in your condition, girl. But the tension is so thick in that kitchen between, or at least from OfFred towards Eden, you can cut that stuff with a knife. While she back in the sitting room, Nick comes in like, "June, you gave me a good scare." She's like, "You know, I scared myself, but, you know." I'm surprised Nick is so comfortable with calling her June inside of the house. He back to his old emotionless face. But he tells her, "You know, I think of us often being a family, of us being together all the time." And the wife, you know, I ain't had no choice about that. And at first she tell him, "You know, don't think about that then." But in all honesty, she said she's thinking about it too. And I was like, damn, I guess really June really just believed that Luke is dead. She just gave all hope up on her current marriage, because you are still a married woman. But yeah, so I guess she's letting herself believe that Luke is really dead so she could really just fall into this relationship with Nick. Well, Rick come in with the soup and they all cozied up and everything. And I'm like, just like y'all didn't notice Rita coming in, any one of the Waterfords could have came in and did the exact same thing, and y'all would have been like caught for real. Y'all being a little careless here. Anyway, Fred, he meets up with Aunt Lydia. They are building a brand new center that's going to allow them to enslave more women. She tells him that, you know, she is pleased June is coming home, and she got faith if they got any issues again, that he gonna know how to handle the situation. In the meantime, Andrew stops by what they are calling the Rachel and Leah Center. I wonder why it has that name. If anybody recalls that they had mentioned before why they call this the Rachel and Leah Center, let me know, because I don't remember at all why this was specifically called those names. Y'all know I'll be taking my notes as I'm watching, so sometimes I learn stuff later on. But I know for a fact they did not say in this particular episode why it's called the Rachel and Leah Center. Well, Andrew Andrew Price, Commander Price, he thinks that the center is coming along too slowly. Like, they got more commanders coming in from other districts, and it's only 2 days away. But Fred assures them that they are only making the finishing touches at this stage, and everybody's going to be happy. Don't worry. Trust me. Okay. So at Nick's house, little Eden is cooking up a little tasty meal in the kitchen, and she's trying to get Nick to do a little cooking of his own in the bedroom. But her mama done taught her everything she need to know. Like, how do you teach your daughter how to have sex? You can talk to him about it, but you gonna teach him, I guess. Yeah. Anyway, he looking like, Lord, why me? Why me? I don't know. He looking like he don't want to know her that way. That's pretty much what it is. And he don't want to hurt her feelings at the same time with his words. So he just get up and go outside to smoke, you know, despite her little subtle pleas, you know, for them to please God. I think he still hurt her feelings though. So June, she off to bed in her new little quarters, and Serena Joy come on in with her little knitting and try to do the little bonding time. That is knitting, right? That's not crocheting. I think she is knitting. That's knitting needles, I think. Yeah, that's knitting needles. And so June is like, I think I can sleep in here by myself and I'll be all right. And Serena Joy like, no, what if you need me? I want to be right here by your side, girl. We gonna bonding. Okay. So I'm gonna even get you a pregnancy pillow if I can, girl. That's how we doing it right here. And I'm like, yeah, by her butt. I do not like her. She's still fake. It's I don't know what. She wants us to so June is like, okay, you know what? I want you to no, she asked June, how does she feel having the life growing inside of her? And June says, you know what? You can come feel the baby if you want to. I'm like, June is being a little soft-hearted, too. And she tells her, you know, you can come feel the baby. I'm like, oh, the joy and the harmony. Whatever. We go back in the day to the beginning where Serena Joy is spreading her little vile gospel of how to make this a better world by knowing a woman's place, and she getting jeered at and booed at by most of the people that's in attendance. But the facility insists that the students allow her to speak. So this is like letting the Klansman come speak at a Black Lives Matter movement. That's how I felt about that. The anti-people, they gonna show the fuck up and they gonna shut that shit down. That's pretty much what was going on. The few people that did want to hear her speak, they didn't seem to stand a chance in that room. They couldn't back her up for real. But Serena Joy ends up getting rushed out of the lecture hall, and Fred is screaming, no, you got the right to speak. This is America. This is America. You get the right to speak. And I feel like that one girl that was in the back with the long blonde dark hair, fuck you. That's exactly how I was feeling. It's crazy how despite all this oppression or opposition to what Serena Joy and them was saying, how they still were able to get in command. So this all it takes is a few small, powerful people with a plan to make this shit go into action. So June wakes up and Serena Joy is in her room, still sleeping, next to her. Nick, you ain't coming in there tonight, because he had told her he gonna come and see it that night. Not tonight, you're not. So she sneaks off to the kitchen, and old Fred is in there having a late night snack. And she says, so what's up, Fred? You mad at me or not? He's like, why you say that? Well, you haven't talked to me since I've been home. Well, I ain't much to talk about. I got a lot on my plate. And by the end of the convo, though, they see he seems a little less pissed off at her, though. And I'm trying to figure out why he's sitting there slicing that cheese and sausage with that big ass butcher knife. Like, damn, what you can get no regular old steak knife for that. Well, little Eden, she comes in as June is making up her little bed and feeling all down because Nick won't touch her and seal the deal. He thinks I'm ugly. And June not wanting to hurt the little girl. Feels like, no, you are not ugly. You're very pretty. He just needs some time. You know, this is all new for him too. And she said, what if he never wants me? She's like, what you mean by that? You know, he may be a gender traitor. I was like, does she think Nick is gay, like for real, girl? I be damned. I'm like, Nick don't show no emotion. So he don't even give off a gay vibe to me. Like, because he don't show no damn emotion at all. But it took everything in June to hold in that little laughter. But she told her, you know, just hold on to him. He'll make a good father for your children. Trust in that. So Serena Joy calls from her from the other room. And surprise, hey, it's a girls' night out. Well, in. She invited over a few handmaids so Fred could be with her friends as she recovers. I'm like, ain't that nice? What's she up to? What is she up to? Well, these women like, what the heck are we doing here? Serena Joy starts serving them some little quiche. Like, girls, eat up. Don't be shy. That's like that witch on Hansel and Gretel fattening them up for the kill. I was like, no, don't eat that food. Don't eat that food. But you know, they fell into it. They fell all into it. And she's like, I'm sure you girls got a lot to talk about. I know you miss your friend of Glenn. And then she's like, go ahead and talk about what y'all normally talk about while y'all on the walk. Forgetting that they cut this girl's tongue out. She can't talk about a damn thing. So Serena tried to make them have a little small talk. Like, you know, like I said, have talks about what they talk about on the walk. They ain't supposed to be talking about nothing on the walk. But anyway, June said, you know what? Girl, remember that little shop down, that little omelet shop down the way? I can't remember the name of it. Of Samuel was like, you know, I'm not from around these parts. Of Eric, she's like, I don't even eat brunch. What you talking about? But Alma, who I don't know her of name. Anybody remember what Alma's of name is? Well, anyway, she's like, oh, you talking about that little earthy joint down in the spot? So Serena Joy chimes in like, yes, Magnolia. And I look at her like, you were really not part of this conversation, but okay. June just, you know, kept on flowing like, yeah, girl, that's the one, that's the one. And she like, small world, Serena. We know, oh, well, Serena's like, small world, June. We might have been there at the same time. Ain't that serendipity? They had the best banana nut pancakes. And then the baby kicks. So the focus is taken all off of whatever the heck Serena Joy got going on at this bonding moment. And she lets all the handmaids get a feel of the baby. Serena is feeling so out of place. She feeling so out of place. And I still don't feel not an inkling of sympathy for this heifer hoe. Nothing at all for her behind. Suffer. Whatever you suffering with mentally, you suffer, you little wretched hag. Anyway, she goes out to her little greenhouse to take care of the only life that she can grow. I know that's mean to say. This is only directed at Serena Joy and not other women who are having issues with having babies. But Serena Joy, I don't care about her at all. So, but her garden, she can make the garden grow. Side note, it is such a good feeling to like work in a garden and see the vegetation sprout before your eyes. The first time that I worked in my community garden and I saw those little watermelon sprouts pop up, I was like, oh my God, we got baby watermelons. And they was growing and I was giving them names and everything. I love my garden. And I didn't get in my garden this year. It's probably why I'm depressed as fuck this season. I don't know. But anyway, back on campus. Fred urges for Serena, go on, speak, girl. Go on, press on the agenda. And she makes her little Don Trump Kanye speech, throws in a little truth and statistics to try to make people afraid enough to not fight against the oppression that they trying to put their ass in. And she has a lot more cheers this time. And outside, she's feeling all good, feeling herself like, you know what, let's add a little more tour, a little more cities to the tour, you know. And then all of a sudden, pow, pow, like, what the heck, what just happened? 2 shots rang out, y'all. One to the chest of that little assistant, like, oh, Serena Joy, you was saying the damn thing. And one right into the stomach of Serena Joy. So we know that she did not lose a baby. Because that's what we were all assuming, that she had lost a baby back in the day. No, she lost her ability to reproduce. And that's tough. That's fucked up. But it still makes me feel not a bit of sympathy for her ass overall. Not at all. Well, Serena Joy, she's taking June upstairs. She's all bubbly with excitement and everything. So I'm gathering that she built a little nursery up in the house. And that's exactly what she did. So why don't they turn the lights on in this house? Like, they got all... Do we not use electricity in the Gilead era? Like, they do not have any lights on in this house. Ever. It's a pretty enough space. You know, the wallpaper is a bit much for me because that amount of birds creeps me out. All that... pictures of wildlife that's all brown in color. The bunny was brown, the duck was brown, everything was brown on the wall. That kind of like, other than that, it was pretty enough space. So she assures June that I'm gonna be the best mother ever to this baby. Trust me, girl, I got you. And June is like, you know, that's good to hear. And she takes this opportunity to ask, could she see Hannah? Baby, that smile dropped off Serena's face real quick. I didn't know how to read it at first, but what had happened was, it was her normal face. She went back to that moment. She was like, I think not. Oh no, that's not gonna be possible. June begs her for a few more minutes, like, you know, I promise I won't tell you. She got tears welling up in her eyes. June really thought them bitches was bonded. June really thought they was bonding. And Serena is hell bent on not letting that happen. No, you should not see Hannah. Don't even ask me again. Don't fix your lips to ask me again. I'm like, she may not even know where the little girl at right now. But then again, yeah, Serena, she know. And then Serena's like, you tried it. You tried it. You tried to make me a human. You know damn well I'm dirty ass little scum. You trying to make me a human. So for that, you need to get your shit, get it together, and take your stuff back up to your little cubby hole. Don't try to play on my doggone feelings. So June ran downstairs. Nick is like, what the heck is going on? She said, I thought she could be a decent human being. You really thought that, girl. Girl, evil is evil no matter how you dress it up, no matter how much makeup you put on her face. She evil. She's an evil person. She ain't even the evil spawn. She is evil incarnate, her damn self. He's like, look, we're going to find a way to find Hannah Banana, but, she ain't going to never help you. Trust me on that. June say, look, not if you up on the wall. So you need to consummate your marriage. And she tell, or she going to tell on you. She going to snitch and have you hung out to dry. Nick say, I cannot sleep with a 15-year-old. I'm like, Lord Jesus, baby, 15? I knew she was. June says you can and you will, because I cannot lose you. I will not lose you. I'm like, damn, she really feeling that. I still have my reservations about him. But I guess, it's the whole, he can't show emotion on his face thing. Like, even when he expressed to her as she was walking out that he loved her, his face never changed. It was like watching paint dry. And even when they had sex before, he don't never change his expressions. I mean, has anybody that's watching this ever seen him acting anything else before? Is this just his face? He never shows emotion? Or is he just really playing this role well? That's what they want him to show, that he can't have emotion in his face. He don't never show it. His expression don't never change. But her response to I love you was like, she your wife though. You know what I'm saying? So she get back to her room crying, break it down, and then she look up and realize she got some amenities up in that room. A little end table, a little chair in the corner, stuff like that. I'm like, well, damn. I mean, damn. I guess that's nice. Evil people can do at least some nice things. A little bit, but it's always a motive. It's always a fucking motive. So, the next little scene that I could not watch. I couldn't watch it. Nick and Lil Eden about to consummate this marriage. They got this little fuck hole in the middle of the sheet. Ain't no lube, ain't no foreplay. Just stick your dick in and go at it type of thing. And the fact that in my head, this is a child, wife or not, this disturbed my soul so much. It disturbed my soul so much. And y'all already know that I'm a victim of molestation. When I watched Greenleaf and they was talking about Uncle Mac and how he was molesting the girl, it just really did something to me. So, and I already been triggered this week by other events, so I was not finna watch this scene. I skipped through him consummating with that little girl, because I was gonna try to watch it, and then you start hearing like this somber but happy little music playing in the background, and she finna start moaning. No, I couldn't watch that shit. I couldn't watch that shit. Could not watch him molest a child. Some stuff could just be left to understand, and we know it was going to happen. We didn't need the visuals. We didn't need those visuals. Well, Fred finds Serena in the greenhouse, pissed off at June, talking about how devious she is. She devious because she got the damn nerve to want to see her child. Oh, dear God. Who would want such a thing? How menacing is that to her, to want to see her own freaking fucking child? Girl. Well, at the hospital, after Serena got shot, her and Fred, they getting together another little speech, carrying forth their little mission. And Fred is feeling all somber and guilty. And she trying to stop. She trying to tell him to stop. Stop whining, knuck up and be a damn man. Next, we see the alleged shooter all bound and gagged, beat the hell up, all eyes all bloodshot and stuff. And he on his knees in the wood. And Fred is like, you tried to kill my wife, right? You tried to kill my wife. Do you know how that hurt me? How that hurt me to see my wife in pain? He take out his gun, and then we see there's a woman bound next to the man. And he blasts her in the head. He leans into the man and whispers, now you do. Now you know how that feel. He gets choked up for like 2.3 seconds, and that was it. They trying to make me feel compassion for Fred too. I gives no fuck about Fred Waterford either. Y'all ain't gonna make me feel sympathy for him. Trying to make it seem like Serena made him do what he do. You know, them little evil spine ass bitches, they evil. When you think about the slavery times, the women were sometimes more sadistic than the god doggone men. And like I said, Serena Joy is one of the one who came up with this whole fucking master plan. But Fred ain't innocent in this shit. No. He doing exactly what he wanted to do as well. Anyway, June wakes up because she hears footsteps in the hallway. Fred comes in and she's like, what the hell you doing here? Your wife will be mad as hell if she come here and find you. She would not be happy. And Fred like, this is my house. And since my wife can't manage the house, I need to step in and keep the peace. Basically taking out Lydia's advice. And he brings her a pic of Hannah Banana. But of course it wasn't just to be nice. He wanted something out of it. He wanted a copper feel and he want to give him some little thrills now. And June, you know, she pretending that she liked that shit. And he like, you know, I want you. She's like, you know, I want you too, but I'm just worried about the baby. So he back off, you know. But she makes sure she grabs his hand like, thank you, boo. Thank you. You know, try to get him in the fields. But now it's the day of the central opening. All the commanders are arriving along with all the current handmaids. And as Andrew rolls up, Nick runs up on him asking for reassignment. First, Fred wants to reassign Nick, and now Nick is asking to be reassigned. Andrew gotta be looking like, what the fuck is really going on up in this household? Well, he says to Nick, you just got a new wife. What's the problem? He said, it ain't her. It's not her. It's him. There is so much I haven't told you about him. And I'm like, well, Nick, wasn't that your job to tell him everything? You part of the eye. You supposed to be reporting on your commander. You supposed to be telling Andrew everything. So that would make Andrew look sideways, I would think. But he said, anyway, reassign me and make sure that the handmaid is taken care of. Now, why would he do a thing like that? He tells him that he got his word, though. I'm like, really, Andrew? That don't sound copacetic with me. But Nick might have just signed his death form right there. Ooh. I'm going to try to get to this if I remember. So anyway, the next day, Serena Joy, she back to her old damn self. Like I said, to being the best bitch she can be. And little Eden comes in all bouncing off the walls. You know, like, blessed be the fruit, everybody. Hey. So she asks Serena, can she be of any assistance? And Serena Joy is like, oh, how sweet of that. I wish a friend was just as pleasant. And she says it's good for you to know your place around her. Don't you agree with me, little mini-me? Don't you agree? Well, she throws her little knitting needle on the floor and Eden reaches for it. She said, no. That's the handmaid's job. It's Wendy picking up after your ass become the handmaid's job. But okay, Heifer. So I wanted June to ram that needle into her neck. Yes, I did. Right there. Get her right in that thick vein. But she didn't. She hands the needle back to Serena Joy. And Serena said, okay, Eden, it's your turn, baby. You got to learn. Blessed be the teacher. So I told y'all last week that Eden was going to be a little mini-me. A little mini Serena, not a mini-me. I was talking about that in the comment section. She's going to be a little mini Serena. And June, she looked at her like, she ain't budge. She didn't budge. She said, you know what? I think I feel a little cramp. We don't want to hurt the baby now, do we? I'm telling y'all, when I'm at work and let them piss me off. Let them piss me off at work. I be like, I think I'm feeling a little sick. I think I'm going to take a sick day today. That's exactly what June did. She took her a little sick day. She went picking up there today. Anyway, at the center, Fred is welcoming all the commanders. Look at God. Won't he do it? Yes. He's helped us build this place up so we can serve him by enslaving more women for procreation. Let us give him a round of applause. Let's give each other a round of applause for doing God's work. Or doing his speech if Glenn walks off. What you doing, girl? What's happening right now? Fred notices her like, yo, somebody get her. Tell her it's not her time yet. You know, handmaid stupid. Tell her to go back. If Glenn hold up her hand, as she turns, she's looking at the other handmaids outside. Now this handmaid's up on the second floor too. She opened her hands up to release that bomb, baby, La Bomba. She turns around, starts sprinting towards Fred. He like, tell her to get out. It's not time. Tell her to go back. She running. The handmaids look. They turn around and take off. I don't think June was with him. I know Elma was, but Elma was outside. They take off running, baby. Boom! She set it the fuck off. Yes, blow that bitch up. Blow it up. All the commanders are up in there. I know it's some handmaids up on the second floor, and I know that's kind of harsh for me to say, but baby, casualties of war. Blessed be the fruit to my sisters. Y'all gonna go on to better days. But for her, for right now, these motherfuckers got to go. I was standing up clapping at my computer. I'll play that back 3 times. Just she pow, pow, pow down the center. She was running down the center. She let that boom. All that glass came out. I was in such joy. Get them. Get all of them at the same damn time. Get on. Now, what this could mean, though, what this could mean is that Andrew died, which means he's not going to reassign Nick, and June can't be protected. It also could mean that Fred died, and if Fred died, that means Serena Joy is finna give June motherfucking hell. But boom, shakalaka boom. What a way to start a revolution. The Glens have been turned up in Handmaid's Tale. The first of Glenn took that car and rammed that shit into those Division security dudes. Not Division. Division is another TV show. The security guys on this show, the Gilead security, the first of Glenn took that car, you know. And the second of Glenn, just y'all just don't understand how happy I am right now. Y'all understand. My viewers, the ones who watch this show with me, y'all watch it. Y'all understand. Y'all understand. This is just the 6th episode of this season. They turning it up. They turning it up. Y'all let me know how y'all feel in the comment section. Woo, I ain't even got no questions for y'all. Y'all just talk away. We're going to talk about this tonight because I will be off the internet until probably Monday to speak to any other comments. But I'm going to be on here tonight to comment back and forth with y'all tonight, y'all. Thank y'all for coming. Like the video. Comment on the video. Share it with your friends. And if you're not subscribed to the channel already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. The thumbs up will help me get recognition up in the YouTube recommended streets. And hit the notification bell so that way you can be notified when the next video comes up. Thank you very much for being here. Peace.